GlobalEcoSuppliers helps you track, record, and share your carbon and ESG data. So you log in here. Okay, so this is how the dashboard looks like. You have your start tool, which takes you through some features on the dashboard. So first, it greets you. Now you can go ahead to add some data as well. So you click on add data, you choose the range or date in which the data occurred. You just select your scopes. So you choose, let's say you choose scope 1, you come to your category, you select, you choose your activity type, and you choose your calculation method. You put in your quantity here. Okay, it does the calculation, and you can also select your location in which it occurred, the data was captured, or you can add another location here as well. So we also have your facility. You can choose in which facility this data was captured or occurred. After that, you save your entry. So once you save your entry, you have the calculation here, you have your ESG score, you have your active customers, you have report generated, and you have your emission trends here. You also have your breakdown of emissions by scope. So there's a quick view of your performance across environments. This is your activity, recent activity. Okay, and you can have the full log in here as well. So these are quick actions. You can add your carbon data, you can add them by uploading, you can generate reports as well, and you can also invite a customer. So let's add a carbon data. Let's add a direct emission. Let me choose a location for it, and let me save entry. Once you save entry, you set carbon data entry saved. Okay, so let's go to this page. So this is where you see all your carbon data entries. So you see your scope 1, scope 2, scope 3, and these are data which is fetched from your art data here. So whether indirect, value chain, all your data input here is being fetched here as the latest. So this is the one I just entered, and you see it here, and it was for scope 1. So you could see it has added up to the calculation done here. So we have 27% of total for the direct emissions, 43 for scope 2, and 30 for scope 3. You can also add your entry here as well. Let's add a second entry, and before that, let's take note of the scope 2, 27.22 here. We are adding a scope 2. Let's see if it does some changes. There's a purchase electricity. Let's say mixed. Let's say quantity of 2,500. Let's say units, kilowatt. Okay, let's add it to a location. Let's say thermal factory. Let's click on save. See, it is changed because it has recalculated it, and it's now 28.46. So you can view it here and see details on it. You can edit in case you didn't make a right entry, or you can go ahead and delete it totally. Yeah. So let's go move on to the ESG scoreboard. So this is the ESG scoreboard, and it helps you track your environmental, social, and governance performance. So you click on so if you already have some data entered here, you can now update. So this is how the calculation goes. You have your energy efficiency, you have your facility size, you can update them. You have your renewable energy percentage, or that's the percentage that goes into your renewable energy in as your renewable energy, whether solar, wind, hydro sources. So you can enter it here. You can enter your annual waste here. You can enter your landfill if you have any. So there are some calculations that are already done. That's the scope 1, scope 2, and scope 3 is already done. Here you enter your annual revenue, you go to next. Here is for your social metrics, your safety incidents, employee counts. Let's say you have like 300 hours worked, total hours worked, volunteer hours. So you input your data here if you have any. You go to next. So here you input your government metrics as well. If you have a code of conduct, if you have all these, anyone that applies, you check them. You go to next, and here you can review your data entered, and you can calculate your ESG. So it was 72%, now it's 78% because of the data inputted, and the calculation is auto done. So we go to the compliance, and this tracks your progress across major sustainability frameworks. So we have the auto tracking, which uses data from your carbon data here, your ESG score here, and your to generate compliance reports. And we also have the manual tracking. This whereby you check items yourself. So let's see how it looks like. So you have the GAG protocol, which says 100% complete because of the input data that we've inputted ourselves. So you see define organizational boundaries, which is auto detected, and we have define operational boundaries, which is also auto detected in the scope 1, 2, and 3 as well. So we have a lot here, and we have the pact framework as well. So with this, we have the product carbon footprint, and that's a PCF calculation, which has already is picking it that data from the carbon data here. That's our entry done. Our entry is done, and then so for the manual tracking ones, you see we have apply allocation methods. Okay, so if you've already gone through that, you can take first one, which shows it's in progress. You tick and it shows complete. Okay, so you have exchange of PCF data. Okay, you can also check that one. Do you maintain data quality? You can also check that one, and it shows complete here. So you move to the next. We have the ISO 14064 as well. So that we have the design GHG inventory, which has been auto detected. We have the manual tracking as well. Okay, and we have CSRD ESRs. Okay, we also have the same thing for it. So we have the manual tracking as well, and we add the one that has been automatically tracked as well. So we move on to documents, where the documents tab, where you can upload documents here, and so you can upload documents, and the document type here, whether the certificate, whether invoice or any other, and you upload, and it comes here. So you can come here, filter your documents here for easier access and viewing. So we have the report here. So this is where it gets interesting. So with your carbon data and ESG scoreboard data entered, you can actually produce reports out of it. So the system can produce reports out of it. So let's take a look at this reports that was generated. So you have your full compliance report. It gives you the year, it gives you the period, it gives you your total emission scope 2, scope 3. It gives you your direct energy, that's the scope 1, scope 2, and scope 3 value chain calculations here. So it also gives you recommendations as well, and gives you a trends. Okay, so you can share this. You can share this in an email, put in a recipient here, and send to the fellow. You can send to a customer. So there's a customer tab that's is on the left section here. So you can actually choose which customer you want to share with. So the number of days until it expires. Okay, so you can copy and generate here as well. Okay, so you can also generate with AI, generate narrative, and it goes ahead to generate the data and gives also a meaningful response out of this. So it's generating. Let's wait for a while. Okay, so it's generated here. So this is the AI version of the report generated as well. Okay, so you can copy or you can save the narrative. Okay, so the narrative has been saved. So you can go to your customers. You have your customers here. You can add your customers here. Okay, you can, there's a whole lot you can do here. So you add their info and everything. Go to next. Okay, let me add. Okay, so you can add their phone number, SAP customer ID, and the industry which they are in, and it works. So there is a team. You can invite your team members as well. You can invite team, input the email address here. Your role, choosing their role, and their permissions included with both roles. Okay, you can insert invitation, and your team member will have their invite. So the parts which is also very important, and it comes with the integration with SAP. We have the SAP integrations and API. So when you come here, so we have the two categories. We have the SAP product, which is recommended, or we have the generic non-SAP product. So we have a supply token here with your company ID and your supply and your supplier endpoint, right? So we have your API token as well, which you can either copy, see, or regenerate. Okay, so what systems does it connect to? You can connect it via SAP BTP to integration suite as well, to your SAP Sustainability Footprint Management, to SAP Sustainability Control Tower, SAP Business Network and for Sustainability, and your Green Ledger as well. So this is a quick start guide. You have your kill in here. You have your grant type, client ID, and client secret. So you use that to generate your bearer access, and you can go ahead or use an alternative push carbon data via API token here. So you can get your packs, you can put into your packs, you can get your footprints, get a single footprint, get events, and get everything here. Get your supplier ID and everything here with in integration with the SAP products, which you see here. Okay, so we have your settings, we have your location. You can add location, right? You can add, maybe you have a location in Melbourne, if I spelled it right. You can put your facility type here. You can put your address, 123 Industrial Road. You can add location. You can you see your notifications here. So these are your control your notifications, because every report you generate is sent to the email. That's the administrator using the application. So you can switch emails. You can actually go in for data reminders to toggle it off on or off. You can, if the report is ready, as I said. So this is a master switch. Okay, so, and for team updates as well. So you can try and see if it works, or you can send this email. Okay, so we have your data and privacy. You can change your password. This we have 2FA enabled, right? You can choose your session timeout for each user of the application, and you can see your data at a glance. You can also export or import your data after exporting. So we have the regional and reporting settings. You set in your fiscal year, your default reporting period, your time zone, and your currency as well. You set it all here. And you have your access control. Okay, so if you give an access to a user in the team, you see them in your access control here. And lastly, you have your profile. You put your name in here, your company name, details. You put your website if there's any. You put your description. You put your address info. You choose the country. You choose the say it's Atlanta. You choose your country in here. United States. You put your postal code here. Here is your contact information. You do that as well. So you can also add certificates in here. And with any data that you fill, any input that you fill, it shows whether it's your profile is 100% complete or not. And lastly, you can upload your company logo here, and you can also sign out.